4 runners for Cliffy Miller on Friday, and I'll be catching up with Nick Paddock to hear about their chances. First up in race 1 is Ahmeds Habit. Now, she ran a cracker on debut last time out and really flew late to place. And Nick, I know you guys were expecting a good run, but I think she went a few notches above.
Yeah, she really ran a cracker. And the first time around the turn, that's also a little bit worried about greenness around the turn. And she has got a few issues at the gates and that, so we've ironed those out. But she really ran a cracker. I think that also Allen's is a nice little horse walk on the wild side. Form lines have held up. I think the second horse has come out to win its next start. You know, she's doing extremely well at home. She's come on from that. She's spot on, I think, and it would take a good horse to beat her.
Lazy Guy is in action in race 4. Now, he'll be making his local debut for the yard. His recent KwaZulu-Natal form is fair, and a run that really catches the eye was his penultimate when he finished 5th against Stronger behind a horse like Cat's Pajamas.
Yeah, that's the run I was going to be touching on. You know, that if he brings that type of run, he looks like a ready-made winner. But his last run obviously not the best. I don't know about the poly track so far. You know, his poly form in Durban wasn't the greatest. So it's touch and go with him. You know, we're going to see how he goes. Obviously, a first run, old boy. He's got it from a good draw. His work at home's been fair. Not too sure what to expect, but hoping for a good effort. And with his previous KZN form, you know, he can be in the fight out.
We move to race 5, where Purple Operator will run. Now, he's certainly better than that last run. And Nick, if he gets back to his ways, it's a field he can be competitive in.
Yeah, that's last run you can put a line through. You know, it was all wrong. You know, it was a bit of a rush prep, and he was a bit coughing afterwards. So he can put a big line straight through that. That wasn't him. He's far better than that form. We've dropped him back to the 5 from draw 1. We've sharpened him up at home and trying to rev him up a bit, and he's doing extremely well. Coach looking good, and you know, if he brings that run, you know, he's not his previous run, but I think 3 runs back. You know, he really runs a couple of good races, and if he really brings that form back to this Cup of Division, he'll be a big runner.
Now, another who had valid excuses for his last is this chap in pick behind us, and that's Lieutenant Alexander. We'll see him in race 6. As mentioned, things didn't go his way in his last, and certainly can do a lot better.
Yeah, he was a bit unlucky. Obviously, we didn't tell Pumi that he was blind in the 1 eye. He went up the inside and didn't seem to see any horses on his outside, and never quick ran on like he normally does. But we'll be a little bit wiser to that, and Mark, obviously knowing him, will be a little bit wiser to that. So those problems shouldn't be a problem again. He's purring at home. Probably this is one of the best I've had him in a long time. You know, his gallop at home is extremely impressive. He's really coming along nicely. I said, you know, in 3 months' time, here in the summer, you're going to see the best of him. It's summertime now. His coach really starting to come well. He's a horse that I wouldn't leave out. And it's a very competitive race. I think that also Gavin's has got some really fair Cape form. And yeah, there's other hard knockers in the race, but don't leave him out. Leave him out at your own peril.
I have to say, he definitely catches my eye on paper in the card, and I'll be following Nick's advice.